Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Manchester United, they're 3-1 winners over Reading in the FA Cup. And that is exactly what Ten Hag wanted. 3-1, comfortable, control performance. Rashford taken off before 60 minutes. Eriksen taken off before... No, Eriksen before 60. Rashford and Fernandes off before 70. Weghorst went off. Casemiro went off. Ten Hag started a very strong team. And I guarantee you there were people that were going, oh, what's he doing? Oh, I can't believe that Ten Hag's playing a full-strength team against Reading at Old Trafford. As the game panned out, and you watched it in that first half, Reading sitting in a 5-3-2, really deep, really disciplined, really tough for United to break through. We had I'll speak about that goal that was ruled out, but it doesn't really matter anymore because it was absolutely Joga Bonito in that second half. I mean, come on. Steady Eddie, he was called by Graham Souness. You're such a fucking idiot, mate. Absolute idiot. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable how good Casemiro is. And remember that we signed him as a defensive midfielder. I think he's got somewhere like, he must be around 10 goals or assists combined for a defensive midfielder. And that first goal, but oh my God, what was better, the pass from Antony or the finish from Casemiro? But just, I love the bloke. I love him. It really, I have no idea the way that this first half of the season has panned out, and now that we're into the second half. If Casemiro continues doing what he is doing, I have no idea how I'm going to choose between Martinez and Casemiro for my player of the season. Both of them have been massively influential in this year. I think that's 11 straight home wins for United. I think the last time that we lost at Old Trafford was that Real Sociedad game with that stupid penalty that was never a penalty. But let's speak about Antony. As much as it's Joga Bonito here tonight. Antony with the assist for Casemiro's first goal. Fred with the assist for Casemiro's second goal. And then Fred coming up with an outrageous little back heel. Oh, Dutty. But Antony, yeah, I don't really think he should have got man of the match ahead of Casemiro. You can't not give Casemiro man of the match. But Antony deserves credit. He deserves the praise that he is going to be getting after that performance. Antony, prior to I think last week, when he did that tweet saying he's seeking to evolve, I think we're seeing it. That there was probably the best overall complete, it wasn't a complete performance, but his best overall performance. His first assist, I believe, and what a pass that was, by the way. It was a brilliant pass. Eye of the needle stuff. Really high level. And Antony, he's got a smile on his face there. I don't know whether Ten Hag said, I don't know whether he's just focusing differently, but he's playing differently. He's playing more direct. It's the big buzzword that we've been using here on this channel, and it's just because it's true. And he is so dangerous when he goes at defenders. They don't particularly know what to do. 2 or 3 shots that kind of went a little bit to the wayside. By the way, he tried a shot with his right foot. He has got a right foot. It did go about 15 yards wide. But at the very least, attempting it. But how good was Casemiro? I have to go back to it. I have to speak about him again. What a player, man. He literally is the world's best in his position. Without a shadow of a doubt. Thomas Partey. Okay, mate. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Casemiro. Absolutely next level. And so was that goal from Fred, by the way. Manchester United just playing with pomp. Playing with a confident swagger that we should have at Old Trafford. Yeah, you should be dismissing Reading. Paul Ince fuming. Shame. Andy Carroll, early bath. Double shame. But Fred, Antony, Casemiro, Manchester United tonight. Remember there was part in that, was it the second half where Rashford, he had like I don't know what skill he did, and then he did a Rabona cross, and it was just the way that we were playing there. It was Joga Bonito for periods in that second half. As I said, I love it when a plan comes together. Erik Ten Hag, if that game had panned out, I don't know, it didn't pan. It panned out exactly how he wanted it to. Ten Hag doesn't mess about. strong 11s, and we can criticise and say, look, in a few weeks' time, if there are fatigue injuries that kick in, people are going to be like, oh, here we go, because he kept starting the same team. But Ten Hag wanted to, and this is something that Ten Hag has been wanting to do in so many games. Man United simply haven't done it enough. We did it against Forest, and now we've done it against Reading. It allows him to take off the likes of Eriksen and Rashford and Bruno and Casemiro and Weghorst. And we still cruise to the victory. And it gives the likes of Pellistri more minutes for Garnacho. Kobbie Mainoo coming on for Casemiro. Woohoo! Man, that guy, he looked very assured. Again, didn't really need to do anything else. The game was won. Just played through. Somebody who, again, I felt was good was Wout Weghorst. His link-up play is very good. And by the way, right, I'm glad it didn't actually affect the outcome of the game. But what is this bullshit about? Honestly, it feels like because we got that, you could argue that decision against City, it feels like, well, we've had nothing since, really. The ball from Casemiro there, Weghorst is offside, right? But the Reading defender tries to clear it, absolutely spoons his clearance. Weghorst then heads it across to Rashford. What a goal from Rashford, by the way. Body kind of going the other direction. Another headed goal. Benny McCarthy, big up. That's ruled out for offside. But this one, in the FA Cup, this season, Salah's not ruled out for offside. I swear to God, they just pick and choose. I don't know whether there are any rules. It's just, yeah, go on in. That one can count. What about that one? Nah, I'm going to rule that one out. They just pick and choose what they want the rules to be on the day. And that's something that's pissed off everybody. But as I said, the main takeaways from this game and the main excitement I've got there is just fucking blah. Man, Casemiro is good. And to see United continuing to put in these sorts of performances, the floor has been raised at this club now. Let's see how high that ceiling can be pushed. But the floor has definitely been raised in the minimum level of performances. And because of how we played, we didn't need to expend too much energy in that second half. We were in control of it. Eriksen could come off. And all the rest of them as well. And that's a big difference. That's why it warrants starting those players. Because then you can take them off when the game is sort of dead and buried. Rather than the other way around. Had Ten Hag, as I said, had Ten Hag started with a much weaker team and needed to bring on the likes of Casemiro and Rashford and everyone else to chase the game in the last 20 minutes, that's not what Ten Hag wanted. And look, good seeing Garnacho getting more minutes. Good seeing Pellistri getting more minutes. Kobbie Mainoo, as I said, I'm so excited to see how he continues to develop. The negative, I suppose, what are United doing from that corner, man? Completely and utterly free. Shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't happen. My prediction was 3-0. Nearly got it spot on. And that was the reason it didn't. David De Gea had no chance. He was just completely free in the middle. Lessons had to be learned from that. Ultimately, it didn't actually affect the outcome of the game, so it's not too much of a negative. But I'm just really happy that Ten Hag was vindicated in his selection. I think it's helping United maintain this level. As I said, that minimum floor, the minimum level of performance has just gone up at this football club this season. Much, much better. Dispatching teams that we should be. Reading, see you later. Let's see who we get now. Was it the 5th round coming up in the FA Cup? Job done there tonight. Casemiro, legitimately the world's best. Nobody can question that. Antony, I would argue his best overall performance in a United shirt there. Lots of good runs, lots of good link up with Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side, by the way. And a wonderful assist. More of that, lad. And just more of that from United. It did end up being proper Joga Bonito at times, didn't it? The Brazilian link up, yes please. But I'm enjoying watching United. I really, really am.